Less than 24 hours of this video going up and Capcom will have had their, hey, remember when E3 was a thing and now it's gone and nobody actually seems to care or miss it that much at all thing, called the Capcom Showcase will have gone live, and it'll be, amongst other things I care far less about, the next big dose of pre-launch Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak expansion news, and pretty much all the player community is hoping real hard that it'll also herald the arrival of a demo, please let there be a demo, to make the next 2 weeks, 3 days of waiting for Sunbreak just a bit easier. And yes, I did know that time off the top of my head, didn't even have to check. I'm literally counting down the days. Hello again, I am Blunty, and in between, hopefully, demo sessions over the next 2 weeks, I've got something else for you to keep an eye on in Rise. Something you'll need to be doing to get ready for the new Death-Gushing Bloodfest. I made a video already about some important things to get prepared for in Rise, and some super easy ways to stock up on some vital crafting materials and the like. I also made a video about Steve, and how with him comes 2 new bleeding status ailments. 2 different bleeding status ailments. The first is brand new. The second one is a returning ailment, but with a retooled mechanic. And you're going to need to stock up on some stuff to be ready for it, lest you fall in the field and get your ass carted by it. Firstly, blood blight. Think of it as making you like a hyper vampire. You just need to kill. Your blood is draining and you need the monsters to replace it. Mechanically, your normally naturally recoverable red health gauge will instead start to tick down pretty quickly, giving you less and less recoverable health. But, and here's the fun part, instead of gobbing down a nullberry or a mega potion or some such lunchable, you have to get your health back by becoming super aggressive. Only attacking the monster relentlessly can heal you, and it's based on the damage you inflict, so the more DPS the better. And I'll be interested to find out whether you can just attack small monsters to do it, or it has to be the big one. Either way, what an amazingly fun risk-reward balance. Can't wait to see how it all pans out. The second one, though, familiar to those who came on board at least one game further back, is Bleed. If you're familiar with it from Monster Hunter World, one of the curatives is still the same. You stand still and cop a squat for a little bit, if you can find the space and time enough to do that. But there's another way, a better way, an instant fix for it from necking down an item. In World, this item was Astera Jerky. That's not how you fix it this time. That doesn't exist in Rise. This time you'll need some Sushifish. And this item already exists in Monster Hunter Rise, and I'm going to tell you how to farm it too. It's needed to craft the Vake and Makluva armor pieces, but it's also a consumable that heals for slightly more health than a normal potion, but less than a mega potion. And this kind of halfway house healing item probably means I doubt many hunters ran with it in their inventories for this purpose as standard. At least outside of those doing sort of survival trick runs and stuff like that. But with Sunbreak, it may well become a semi-standard item in an inventory loadout. I'm sure it will mine, as it will quickly heal bleeding without having to stop moving. You'll still be limited to a walk, just like a regular potion or whatnot, but it's still better than squatting like a sitting duck waiting to be spanked. So how do you get it? Well, Sushifish can be had as a quest reward, which I don't recommend this method, as you'll only get 2 or 3 from the 2-star village quest Plump and Juicy, and it'll take you a minute or 2 each run. There's probably ways to do it a bit faster, but still not very efficient. You can buy them at the Argosy sometimes as a rare item, where they'll cost you 300 Kimura points each, and you can only snatch 5 at a time. So 1500 points for all 5. Hardly great value or efficient farming there. The best way is just to go fishing for them, and you can fish them up from at least one fishing spot on every single map in the game, but the one at the lava caverns is best. Low rank or high rank expedition, doesn't matter. Head to the fishing spot off a small cliff just to the left of the path that leads out to the main camp. Told a couple of mates about this, and apparently they didn't even know this fishing spot was here. It's really easy to miss for people who are, I guess, just not curious and don't explore maps. But it is easily the best choice because it is utterly secluded. Nothing else spawns here. No small monsters to pester you, and certainly not the big ones to pounce on you while you're trying to fish. What you're looking for is the pale, silvery, medium-sized fish with pale yellow tips on its dorsal and tail fins. Toss your line in front of its face and Bob's your uncle. The spawn rate is pretty high here too, so pretty much every cast you're gonna be able to find one. Pop on an episode of your favourite cartoon on a second screen and you'll rapidly have a nice fat little stockpile ready to go for Sunbreak. And of course this will continue to work once Sunbreak releases, so you've got a super fast, super relaxed way to stock back up again once you burn through what you've collected. To give you an idea, I got 10 of the things just in the 2 minutes I spent here recording this footage to show you in this video. There is also a fishing spot immediately behind the main camp in the flooded forest, which is also 100% safe to fish in, completely unmolested by anything. But in my testing, the spawn rate for sushifish seemed a lot lower here. You can get them here, but not nearly as easily. Plus, the duckweed floating in the pond can make it a bit harder to see the fish in the first place, so it kind of slows down your identification and targeting on your fishing expeditions. So this is why I say lava caverns is best. And unfortunately, while there's a geology and botany armor skill in the game for those gatherables, there doesn't seem to be anything for fishing. I tried the luck skill, but that only seems to apply to end of quest rewards, not fishing. Capcom, if you're listening, I think luck should increase yields for fishing, please, or at least like boost spawn rates of fish you're repeatedly catching. So if you catch like 3 in a row, suddenly more and more of them spawn easily or something. Just saying. I mean, it's better than my first idea for better fishing, which was to use a barrel bomb to kill all the fish in a pond all at once and send in the palamute for collection. I mean, we already know that in Sunbreak they'll be able to collect stuff for us. Just saying. Pick one, Capcom. Cowards. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful, useful, informative, or just interesting. I am Blunty. Thank you as always to the patrons scrolling up above there. And, oh God, just pleased that there'll be a Sunbreak demo. Can't wait. Can't wait.